Bobby Baker talks about the fact that when she gets angry, she likes to throw ripe pears at cupboard doors. Whilst observing my mum kneading the dough in my Act of Pierogi series, I realised that that could be the therapeutic equivalent of Bobby Baker throwing the pears at the cupboard doors. I've left filming this video to when I feel angry so that I could get the therapeutic, I guess, escape that would come with it. I'm going to make the dough following my mum's instructions from the Act of Pierogi video. I'm going to use the little tip that she told me about that my grandma used and made up. So rather than using a whole kilogram of flour like my mum did, I'm going to use 500 grams. I'm going to half all the ingredients because my mum made a lot of dough and I don't need to make as much dough as she did. So that's 500 grams of plain white flour. To a kilogram of flour, my mum used 4 eggs, so I'm going to use 2 eggs to 500 grams of flour. My mum spoke about how she puts the eggs on one side so that then she can put the hot water on the other side so that the egg white doesn't solidify. I'm not as good at cracking eggs as my mum or doing this as my mum. So I'm going to cover these eggs with the flour on one side to prevent the egg white from solidifying when I add the hot water. Now, my mum completely eyeballed this bit, and she even said she did. She said that she feels this in her hands because she's done it so many times. So I'm just going to kind of add it in very small fractions and hope that the consistency of this ends up matching the consistency that my mum made. My mum said that the reason she adds hot water rather than cold water, like a lot of people would to dough usually, is because adding hot water makes it tastier. I've never made this before myself, so I'm really hoping that it works. The consistency of it isn't looking great at the moment, but maybe we can somehow fix that. I think the egg white and the egg yolk have hardened because of the hot water, I'm not going to lie. This is not matching the consistency of the one that my mum made. Thinking about the fact that my mum actually managed to put hot water in this, and she always manages to put hot water in this without the egg white and the yolk kind of solidifying and cooking, is really fascinating because it's so hard. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more water in it, and then I'm going to try adding some oil. Okay, this is starting to kind of take shape a little bit, I think. I hope. The hard thing about this right now is the fact that if I end up adding too much water to it, I won't have any flour to put in it because I don't have any flour with me right now, and I think I've definitely added a little bit too much water. But that's okay, we'll try to make it work. I'm going to add some oil now. This is something my grandma came up with. She came up with this to make the job of making this dough a little less tedious, because like my mum explained in the video, you kind of really have to put a lot of effort into making the dough. When you make it, you have to use a lot of flour, it's really messy, and it's just a really tedious job. But I think For my first attempt at making this dough, I've not done too bad. I don't think this is going to be edible because I can feel that the egg yolk and egg white have kind of cooked whilst I've been making this dough. However, for a first attempt completely by myself, I don't think this is too bad. I think I am probably going to try again at some point because looking at this compared to my mum's when she made it, it's definitely different. Maybe I calculated the ingredients wrong. Maybe I added a little bit too much water. I think that's the case. I think I added too much water. I think I wasn't gradual enough with it. But I'm still going to kind of continue to knead it because, like I said, I'm going to use this as a therapeutic activity to get rid of my anger. It's currently 9 in the morning and starting your day off angrily won't be very healthy. So kind of starting my day and getting rid of the negative emotions and putting them into something practical and something food related and related to my project, I think is beneficial right now. So notes for next time, I need to be a lot more gradual with the water. I need to add the water way more gradually. And maybe when I use all of the flour, just use a little bit on the side, so then if I do end up adding too much water like I just did, I can fix it because I'll have more flour. Attempt 1 done.